Oh, right. Before we start this archive episode, Justin, we got some new Patriots.
Show me the Patriots, baby.
That's right. We got to call your boy Idris.
All right, let's do it.
Put him on the phone like Soldier Boy.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Oh, man, it's so good to hear your voice, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a bit. I feel like, for some reason, I'm sorry, I can't talk, but my calls were being forwarded to weird places.
Yeah, man, we had Randy Savage one time. We got Jay-Z. It was kind of crazy, man. We got Sean Connery.
What's going on there? I mean, isn't he dead?
Exactly, Idris. You got the spirit of the devil inside your phone, man. Get off the T-Mobile.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to just drop my Boost Mobile contract.
You should.
I have to get maybe AT&T, maybe Verizon.
Well, don't get AT&T. That shit drops. Get Verizon.
Okay,
it's a little bit more expensive, but you'll get a signal most of the places.
Okay,
unless you go to the hood. But you ain't going to the hood, Stringer, ain't you?
Nope.
So I got two new Patriots for you.
All right, who you got?
First is Jessica Afasine.
Jessica Afasine? Is that
Afasine?
Afasine. Do you know how to say her name, Brandon?
I don't. I just like I'll reach out to them.
Either
like,
way, Jessica.
Hey, how do I pronounce your name?
Hey, Jessica, I want to thank you for being the Patriot. Your chips are helping this show go a long way. Thank you for being the Patriot.
He said chips.
Is that it, Brandon?
I know. Next we have Adrian Rolls.
Adrian Rolls. Is it Rolls or Roll?
Rolls. Like, get your rolls on.
Everybody get your rolls on?
Yes.
Get your motherfucking rolls on. I didn't want to curse, but I figured out.
Hey, you curse all the time, man. You Luther, brother.
Either way, I want to thank you for being the Patriot. You're coming out here. You're dropping them rolls on us so we can roll out some great content for you. Thank you for your patronage. That's right.
Chitty bang bang. So thank you, Idris. It's good to have you back, man.
All right, guys. Hopefully my phone will work a little better for you. I want to thank you guys for bringing me back. Talk to you later.
Cheers.
All right. Thanks, Idris.
Yeah, that was cool.
See, that was civilized, man.
I'm always civilized, man. I don't know what y'all be talking about. Y'all be saying I hate Idris. I love Idris, man. If I could see him right now, I would give him a big hug.
Yeah, okay. All right, Brandon.
All right, we also have a voicemail.
Oh, shit. I love voicemails.
Mm-hmm, I know you do.
Hey, guys. Joseph Kaki from Baltimore. I am just about to listen to your review of Malcolm and Marie, and I'm a little bit nervous because I feel like everybody likes this movie, and I just can't really get into it. It's just a big argument with people saying terrible things to each other. And the male character just seems very, possessive, and there's really not that much, from my perspective, that seems very redeeming about him. So I'm hoping that I can gain some insight as to, why people really enjoyed this movie, because I wanted to like it. The acting is great. It's great cinematography. The way it was shot in black and white was really interesting, but I just couldn't get into it. And I'm hoping that, once I listen to your review, I'll gain some insight as to maybe something that I'm missing. So anyway, take care. Peace.
Yeah, Joseph, thanks for the voicemail, but you weren't missing anything. Yeah, you were spot on with your initial assumption of what the movie was about and then what it ended up panning out to be.
Yeah, I'm guessing that you listen to our review, you're like, oh, okay, this pretty much lines up exactly what I was thinking. And, then you may have also gotten the fact that, Mr. David Washington is wooden. He's the woodman. So, yeah.
So that's it. I hope you all enjoyed this archive episode. Remember, you all can sign up for Patreon, patreon.com, for all new episodes. Every week there's going to be a new bonus episode. And we're going to have new episodes for the general stream. But, again, we're bringing some stuff out from the paywall, because, Justin and I, we got some crazy shit going on. So
yeah, Brandon's moving. I got some shit going on. Can't throw it out there just yet, but, we need a little bit more time.
Yeah, we might ramp it back up, but only if we get enough Patriots. I think we get to a smooth 500. We could probably do multiple episodes a week. If we get to a smooth 500, I think that's enough to pay some good amount of bills and support the studio. Well, we could do that. We could do multiple episodes.
Yep.
So just something for y'all to think about.
Think about it.
Now enjoy this episode.
Peace.
Medium popcorn. We are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me, and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Medium popcorn. Woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault.
Hey, folks, this is your host, Brandon Collins.
And it's Justin Brown, y'all.
Yes, and we have a very special guest. It's obvious it's his first time ever hearing that theme song.
It was fantastic.
Which is, man.
What a treat.
I played that for the chief content officer, Earwolf, and he was laughing. We're on to something, Justin. But we also got to talk about legalities because he gave me some legal advice.
Is it too close to something that already exists?
We got to talk about something.
Easy Lover by Phil Collins.
Yeah.
So we got to figure it out. But Langston Kerman, who folks may know from the stand-up circuit or HBO's Insecure.
All right.
He's on the show today to talk about a movie that I wasn't looking forward to watching, but I was like, man, it's insane that we've had this show for so long. We're almost at the 100th episode, and we have not done this movie yet.
Yeah.
We haven't done the B2K opus You Got Served.
Yeah.
And there's a good reason why nobody should ever watch this movie or talk about it in public.
Well, do you guys remember? Did you guys see this in school? Like, I remember seeing this opening night in Michigan.
Opening night.
I saw me and my boy Baron. We saw
Why do
opening
you
night.
hate yourself?
Yeah.
What in your life was going wrong that you were like, I need a little Marcus Houston
And
gyro.
Omarion in my life.
First of all, guys, you gotta remember it's B2K. It's the height of their popularity.
Sure.
There's very few black-centric films that are out this time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Especially that have young people.
Right.
So me and my boy Baron went to go see it. The blackest theater I've ever been to, besides probably seeing 8 Mile when it came out opening night. And it was a fun time. People were laughing at the parts that they weren't supposed to laugh at because
It was a funny movie.
Because the acting is terrible.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like it was great.
There's a lot of things about this movie that's just terrible.
Yeah.
The best part about this movie is the dancing. And they need to put just all dancing in this film.
I actually think they did as much dancing as humanly possible for a film
This is true.
and still have any version of a narrative.
The dancing is the best part. When they have the acting, that's when it's downhill from there.
Yeah.
But then even the dancing has been tainted because of the legacy of what's happened after this movie was made.
This is true. But I want to let you guys know something. I was actually looking at all of the actual scenes with dialogue, and they are all no more than 3 minutes long. It's
probably
quick
for the
3
best.
minutes, and then they cut it right
See,
away. They cut away to another
That's
scene.
a director with self-awareness, and he moved on to what he knew how to do. He knew how to make rain, and he knew how to make them stomp and the ground shake
What
a little.
is up with that scene, by the way? Is that like what?
You guys don't practice your jokes in the rain? Why do you hate comedy if you're not practicing your
I
jokes
listen to
in the
Papa
rain?
Roach and I do my punchlines in the rain.
Wait, why would you be listening to Papa Roach?
That's the song. It's Papa Roach and Black Eyed Peas. That's the fucking Anxiety is the name of the
that
song.
Omarion is dancing to?
Yeah,
It's
that
a
they're
Papa
dancing-
Roach song?
Yeah,
know
and
that.
why are they boxing? Like in that montage.
Well, again,
You
why-
got to stay in shape,
If
man.
you guys aren't going to be passionate about your art, then what are you doing? Listen. Every day I wake up, I box while I tell jokes, and then I go to a rainy section of New York. They're always available. It's New York City.
Take your shirt
I
off.
take my shirt off and I do some spins.
No, but you take your shirt off, but you're out there in jeans.
That's right.
That's the key. You got to be out there in jeans
Well,
with your shirt
remember,
off.
we got to remember he was a drug dealer,
Yes.
and so he was a
runner.
drug runner.
Yes.
a mule.
Well,
if
that's
you
what I was
will,
going to say is
of
that
sorts.
this movie is full of nigga activity. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
all they do is dance, play basketball,
Yeah.
deal drugs, or try to hit on women. That's all they do.
Well, they don't do drugs.
No,
They run
they
drugs.
run drugs. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Run
Yeah,
drugs.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't say do drugs because you're basically saying that they're drug users. They're not that.
I mean, I feel like Marcus Houston, his character's got some things going on because
he was the bad boy of
he
the
goes
crew.
crazy after he gets his leg fucked up
Yeah.
after getting jumped. He pretty much becomes Bart Simpson in that in the episode when they get the pool and he breaks his leg and he goes crazy upstairs.
Yeah.
That's pretty much Marcus Houston in the hood.
You know, the funny thing is, I was watching this movie on an airplane yesterday, and I was sitting
Nice.
there, and I realized to myself, I'm watching You Got Served on the plane,
Yeah.
and there are people sitting next to me, so I'm trying to turn my iPad off to the side because I was embarrassed. I was watching this movie. I was very
that's
embarrassed.
not a good look.
It's not a good look.
You don't get a complimentary drink if the stewardess catches you doing that.
He's like,
Flight attendant. That's not the right word. Flight attendant. Why am I 58 years old and complaining about not being able to smoke cigarettes on the plane anymore?
it's okay. You just call her a dame and slap her on the butt. It's all. It's quite all right.
By the way, okay, so we open up with 5-minute dance battle between Omarion, Lil Fizz, Marcus Houston. They have their own crew, and they're against Raz B, who was part
That's
of
right.
B2K.
Yeah.
But he's the opposing team right now. We'll get to his character in a little bit, though, because he becomes the creepy, like, I'm his man now when Omarion and Marcus Houston have their falling out.
Yeah. Well, you know what's even crazier is Raz B was the one that exposed all the sexual assault in the group.
I have a YouTube video to play later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For World Star, I have a video.
I listened to all of those videos
I'ma
before,
play one of them,
and
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt slightly vindicated because as a kid, hold on, guys,
All
wait,
right.
Yeah,
go
I
with
will,
me.
but
Go with me here.
What
As
what
a kid-
involvement did you have in the sexual assault of Jay Boog?
No,
Raz
as
B.
I don't care which one
doesn't
it
matter.
was.
All of them got in the booty holes. But guys, let's not laugh.
Take your
Yes,
time.
yes.
Yes,
Please
let's not
be
laugh at
sensitive
child
to this.
molestation.
You take your
Let's be
time.
sensitive.
Go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
No, but as a child, you had all the women who were all in love with B2K,
Yeah.
and they would all talk about all the B2K stuff like that, and then you
Oh,
come
the
out,
B2K.
and then they came out that all this time they were being molested, and I was just like, see, that's why you need to be in the boy band. That's why you only be liking these guys the boy band because they taking in the booty holes. And so when that first came out, I was just like, ha, I'm winning. They were losing all this time because I'm petty, guys. Because I'm petty. I grew out of it, though.
I really thought that this was gonna like turn into something where you were reasonable or
Yes.
right.
Nope.
And
nope.
no, it was just you celebrating the rape of children.
Yep. I was petty, guys. I was
Man.
petty. I was a petty son of a bitch back in the day. And I realized, Justin, you got to be better than this. Am I better? Most likely not, guys.
Yeah, no, you
Most likely
documented
not.
that, and
I can't-
that
I
wasn't
can't-
worth it.
I can't save you on that.
Nope. No one can save me.
You're on
guys.
your own island,
I
though.
put it out there.
You go on the road, you come back, and you talking about booty holes and children.
Hey, man.
What happened? What,
L'chaim. I don't even know why I said that.
I'm just gonna play like a little excerpt after the dance battle, and we can hear a little bit of Steve Harvey, who plays Mr. Rad.
What the fuck is he doing in this movie?
There he is.
They're all looking rambunctious like a bunch of lost boys.
Written and directed by the man that molested them.
Chris Stokes. Also known as Chris Strokes.
I'm talking
B2K.
bad as utter bad. But it's up to you to decide which crew walks away with this here $600.
Oh yeah, this is when Steve Harvey was still wearing a wig.
He had a helmet on his head.
Let's settle down. Let's settle down now. Now, by round of applause, you decide who the baddest crew is tonight. Let's hear it for Vic's crew. Let's go.
Why is that one guy look like Cisco?
He does realize it.
All right. Let's hear it for David and Elgin's crew.
Oh, David and Elgin.
Raz B over here looking sad.
Well. Seems to me like money in the hat goes to David and Elgin.
Hold on.
By the way, one quick thing: Columbus Short's in the opposite dance crew.
Yeah.
Columbus Short's the dude who he does the backflip. Marion does the backflip and disses.
Right. Yeah.
Columbus Short came a long way from dancing background, only to fuck it up. with
he
Shonda Rhimes.
danced background and then he danced foreground.
Oh,
in,
no, Stomp the
Stomp
Yard.
the Yard, and then
He danced his ass right back into the background.
yeah. Well, he did cocaine his way back into the background and abused his wife apparently.
Yes, yeah.
Allegedly, who knows?
I think he told Shonda she can also like go fuck herself. He was on a roll for a while.
Yeah.
See, now what I love about this scene, though, is that Steve Harvey brings all of these kids together as one, and he's trying to show them. He's trying to show them that.
Langston's looking at you like, please don't say anything.
Yeah, I'm worried.
no.
After that Chris Stokes
Hey, guys.
rant, I'm just worried you're gonna be like he brings them together to fuck them, and I love it. I loved every minute of it.
So Steve Harvey brings all these kids together, and he's trying to teach them that how men act. He says, "We settle it on the floor like men, because that's how we do it in the streets. Because people settle their problems in the streets with dance battles."
Haven't you seen Step Up 2, The Streets?
Yeah,
It literally ends in the streets, in the rain, by the way.
nice.
This is true. This
With
is
flashing
true.
lights. That was insane.
But here's the thing: those were a lot of white kids.
Yeah, and Wade's best friend in this movie, he's like the main white kid in Step Up 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But saying like that, those were white kids. These are black kids living in L.A. They are not selling their differences in the streets by dancing. There's gonna be fisticuffs.
Well, I think Steve Harvey is taking us back to a better time in America when you would dance and then you'd put on an Adidas sweatsuit and you'd go down to the local
The ER.
Abandoned
the
warehouse.
local diner and have yourself a milkshake. I don't know.
Mr. Rad is a very confusing character because he has all this power. Like he's able to hire an LAPD officer off duty to guard a cash box full of $10,000.
Also, he's able to hire Lil Kim to just come and
Judge
a
competition.
battle.
No. See, that's the thing. Is like he actually had absolutely nothing to do with
Yeah,
that
he
battle.
just stormed the floor.
He just
Oh, wow.
stormed the floor.
I'm Mr. Rad. I'm the local crazy.
He's like, now listen, y'all can't do this to these boys. Like, what? Who are you?
I put money in a hat. Oh, well, sir, we didn't realize you were the hat man.
Yo, so this team at the end, they won $600, but they have a crew of at least 15, and then they add 2 more at the end of this dance battle. So it's
Yeah.
like you're splitting pennies. Like,
And you added him because he could do handstands. That was it was the one dude who could do a lot of breakdancing with
oh, that's the end. That's the
that's
end.
what
I'm
I
talking-
mean. But that's an
Yeah.
additional
Exact-
just
Well-
because he does handstands.
Well, the last scene is just bananas because
Right.
you're
Yeah.
splitting a prize for the whole community. Essentially,
Yeah.
everyone
Well, I mean,
and their
it is-
mom starts dancing at the
that's
end.
wild.
I mean,
And they all know the same dance routine.
yeah.
Well,
They
and they have
never
a pre-
danced together.
I think fellas, if we put the song on, I think we would all know it too.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
right.
It's,
You're
maybe
right.
it's just a black gene
This is
thing,
one of
yeah.
those classic dance routines that you learn.
So David and Elgin are our main characters, Omarion and Marcus Houston. And they lead this dance crew. And they get a VHS from a rich white kid named Wade from Orange County who's challenging them to $5,000 because he's like, yo, I got the best crew. We want to battle you.
Yeah.
David and Elgin, in order to make money for their dance rehearsals, they run drugs for the local drug lord,
Yeah.
which is insane because they could easily just get jobs.
Well, we're not here for judgment.
Well,
the
what-
community.
That's what I'm saying. What do they do during the day? Because they talk about the sister, she's going to Princeton, but it's like, okay, first of all, the sister's insane. The sister plot was crazy. Because they're like, oh,
That's the one that Omarion's trying to have sex with.
yeah,
Yes.
the one who used to
Yeah.
be the daughter on My Wife and Kids. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Whatever
the second
happened to her,
daughter.
guys?
She was the second daughter on My Wife and Kids.
That's right, they recasted, right?
Yeah, they had a dark skinned girl.
Yes, you're right.
Who I don't think that they felt was drawing enough attention, and then they got this sexy lady.
Little light skinned
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah. She looked a little good in a chocolate mocha.
What?
Yeah. I don't know what the hell he just said right there.
What was that?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
How old are they supposed to be?
No.
How old are they supposed to be? Because she looks like she's 15, but apparently she's working at a hospital about to go to Princeton or wherever.
Yeah.
Amarion,
That no one can afford, and they never addressed that. They never
Yeah.
addressed that plot point. They're like, yeah, she got these scholarships, but we still don't got the money for it. Never addressed that. Did she ever go to Princeton?
I feel like you guys are picking this movie apart
That's what we do,
instead of
baby.
celebrating the joy that is you got served. They literally say that phrase.
Yeah, listen. By
Oh, I'm gonna
watching
play
this
that.
movie, we all got served. Okay.
You got to celebrate something that uses its own title in the film.
Well,
That's exciting.
Twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
You just got served. That's great.
first of all, all right. While I'm waiting to pull up the scene between when we first meet Wade in person, so they try to hustle to get the money together to do this big, because they're like, man, this is enough money to really change things for us.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it, and then we still get the whole David and the sister subplot where she's like looking at David like she's never seen him before. She's like, David's here. I'm like, aren't him and your brother best friends? Shouldn't you see him like every day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she looks at him like they look at each other like they haven't seen each other in years.
Her loins are on fire. She's excited to see him every day. That's how you know it's love.
And then they don't even, they like really quickly become, oh, you my man, you my girl. They just over just some French fries.
Yeah, because she
how
at first,
easy it was.
She at first was like, "Do you have like I like you or something?" He's like, "Oh, I didn't know." She's like, "Cause I do."
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, this girl is fast."
Yeah. Well,
She ain't going to Princeton. if She keep moving like that.
But she's not
saw
as
him in that
fast.
She
Right.
going to Princeton Hospital. You know what I mean? To deliver that baby.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I thought that mocha thing was gonna be the worst. I thought it was all uphill after the mocha thing. It got way worse with that Princeton Hospital. That almost felt like you wrote it down before we did the podcast, and you were like, I got a classic bit I'm gonna throw at him.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
Here's a big first laugh. Princeton Hospital to deliver that baby. We'll get an applause break at home, and then we'll show the video.
So
You okay, Brandon?
I'm just trying to collect my thoughts. There's constant scenes of these guys without their shirts on. I get it, they were trying to appeal to a young female audience.
Yeah.
But the way that they talk to each other and like it's just very homoerotic too. It's almost like Rocky 3-ish. Like the way
A lot of touching.
yeah, like a lot of like patting on the backs and heckling each other and egging each other on.
When I was a young man in college, we had a rule, and I lived with two of my best friends. We had a rule that no two of us could have our shirts off at the same time in the house. It's like everybody, listen, if somebody's got their shirt off, two of us have to have shirts on because we're not about to become those guys that are just walking around here topless for no reason. Now, granted, that's probably coming from a homophobic place as a young man. I've grown out of that. I never wanted kids to get raped, but
we should all
we
just
all
take our
grow
Hey,
out
man,
of.
this isn't the judgment zone, okay? Planet Fitness, no judgment going on right here, right?
Point being, too many of these young boys had their shirts off together for nobody to ever be like, hey, man, should one of us just put a shirt on?
Yeah. Lots of bird chests in this film, guys. Lots of birds.
I'm just saying we should all take off our shirts just to see, how comfortable Langston is these days.
See if this makes the podcast better if we're all just shirtless.
We sometimes do video. So I'm going to play this first scene with Wade and this other kid. By the way, these two white characters were only supposed to be one person. They split them into two different characters, but I'm like, it doesn't service anyone.
But then they actually fuse together, become a super white person later on in the movie.
I remember that part. They did the fusion technique.
Yeah,
you know,
they did,
remember
yeah.
that from Dragon Ball Z?
They touched the tips of their fingers together, and they turned to a super white dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the taxes just
You guys are
disappear.
just talking. You guys are just talking. I'm not gonna.
I'll keep the game going. I'll be right back. Yo, we were surprised to hear from you, Elgin. Why? We didn't think you were up for a beat. We don't get beat. Okay. This should be fun. Next Saturday night, Warehouse, 11. What's so funny? Your crew, man.
What y'all need a week for? These kids need a whole week.
To what? Practice? See, my crew, we don't practice. We just do it. So do we. So do
That's
it.
not
Or we'll
true.
do it.
Tonight then, baby boy.
Tonight it's on.
Baby boy.
And I ain't your baby boy. Mr. Rad's warehouse. Y'all suckers just make sure y'all there by sundown.
Yeah, just bring the 5 G's, all right, man? That's right. We'll see who the sucker is.
First of all, how is Mr. Rad able to open up his warehouse on that short of a notice?
That's a good question. These are solid questions you're asking. I don't think you're celebrating the art, though. In between all these questions that are very important questions, you're ignoring the fact that these young white kids were hanging out in South Central Los Angeles with no worries in the world. Just watching black kids play basketball like, man, I can't. Ooh, I'm going to talk some shit as soon as he's done enjoying himself with his black friend.
And then they jump in a convertible and just speed away.
The top was down.
Yeah, the top was down this whole entire time.
Yeah.
Here's the thing we got to establish, too. In the crew, there's one person named Shane. No, not Shane. What's the guy's name who betrays them?
Oh, yeah.
Sonny.
Yeah.
Sonny, who was played by, I forgot, I got to get this rapper's name because that shit was Young Rome.
Yeah,
Young Rome.
is that rapper relevant today?
Young Rome was, if I'm remembering correct, Young Rome was old boy from IMX.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he did like a whole lot of soul stuff, too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was in IMX.
He was the rapper in IMX that then went on to do some other things.
And he can crip walk the shit out of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
We
I'll
found
tell you
that out
one
real
thing,
quick.
though. I was just listening to that song, Feel the Funk, the other day by Immature. Damn good song.
They had some classics.
They had some good hits.
We got it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got it.
We got it. That was a good one.
He thought Langston was just saying, we got it, man.
No,
No.
It's
I
not
know
like
what he's
my
talking about.
catchphrase
Yeah.
or nothing.
We got it. That was a good song.
So Sonny,
You remember Munchies? I got the munchies, chocolate chip, Cool Whip, cheese doodles. That's a real fucking song by Immature. I kid you fucking not.
I do not know that.
That's
one.
a real song. It's absolutely insane.
how old are you?
No, is when they were little kids.
Yeah.
You and the little kids. You got to stop mentioning kids.
What? Hey, man. I ain't raping nobody. Chris Stokes did that,
No,
okay?
you just celebrated it. You cheered.
But I celebrated later on.
So
Not as it was happening.
So Sonny objects to Dave and Elgin. They tell the crew, hey, so this is the deal. We're battling them for $5,000. Eldon and I will put out the money first, and then in regards to the breakdown, like we both get $1,500, and then the rest of it. Oh no, they both get $3, right?
No,
and then the rest
$1,500.
they both get $15. That's not even that much, and the crew splits the rest. And then
Yeah, but
Sonny's
that's
like-
pretty messed up.
And Sonny's like, yo, we should all be getting the same. And I'm like, I get it. I get why Sonny's like, you're going to get paid back the money no matter what if we win.
Right.
Like, it's just like you're making money off of us. But at the same time, David and Elgin are risking their lives every fucking night
Yeah, but
to
he
rent
didn't.
that studio space.
He didn't tell them to get that money that way. He's just a part of a dance crew, and he like you said, he gave his best crip walk every night. They could have paid him a reasonable amount so that he can keep learning to advance his crip walking skills.
Instead, he turned into a house nigga and sold them out.
Oh, was he? Now,
You got to bring race into it.
No,
Go ahead,
this is-
Brandon.
He got hired by like some rich white dudes who in this scene they're like, we don't practice. I'm like,
So,
to come up with those choreography, they can't
so,
just know that.
so hold
It's
on.
not the-
Are you sitting here on this podcast, a prestigious podcast, because Media Popcorn Niggas Spoiling Movies, and calling this boy Sonny a coon? Is that what you're doing? Are you saying that Sonny is cooning?
that's big.
Huh?
Why are you trying to start showing me and Young Rome?
Huh? I'm just saying you're calling him a coon.
That's
That's
gonna be
what you're
wild
saying.
because Young Rome is in these streets dancing.
He's literally in these streets dancing for money.
And that
Damn.
nigga's got the munchies. Let me tell you. And he's got it too.
He's got it.
He'll make you
I'm
feel the
just saying-
funk.
I'm just saying, Sonny was a big red flag, and they should have known something was up. When they're like, all right, we settled it, right? And Sonny they have a close up of Sonny just looking completely
Just
unsatisfied.
shaking his head,
just
just foreshadowing
look
a deep tear in
he
the
literally
group.
is a deep thought, like, I'm gonna betray these niggas.
That's great. See, that's good storytelling. This is rich and subtle storytelling. You just have somebody complain about money and then shake their head after everybody else feels good about it.
Then boom, guess what? Deception.
Deception.
Well, when I was watching this, I wrote down my notes. Oh man, Sonny just wanted to shine.
Yeah,
That's all he wanted. He
He's
just
got a
wanted-
Kyrie Irving thing going
Yeah,
on.
he just wanted to like have a moment.
No, Sonny just wanted some paper. That's what it is. He's a hired gun. That's what he is.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote down. I forgot how hot Megan Good used to be. or still
Used to be.
Oh,
She's
used to
still
be.
is.
How
She's
dare you?
Beautiful.
I said, yeah.
Yeah, how dare you?
My bad, guys. But also, she was annoying in this movie. Beautiful with 2 L's. I was like, all right.
Yeah. But
Steve Harvey
she
gives her
say
the
there was like
biggest
an
side
F.
eye.
Did you just talk something about an F or something like that?
No, she said 2 L's. And she
I ain't had time
twirled
for
her tongue like that, which was like, girl, you dirty.
Brandon's take on sex and sexuality is phenomenal.
Oh, my friend, you just don't know some of the shit that's been said on this show.
All right.
It's great.
What you got, Brandon?
I said for the second battle before they start winning, they win a little bit more money. That I stole some of the moves from that dance battle because I used to do choreography in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this a movie? I always get some of the dance movies confused. Isn't this a movie where they did it for the dead kid?
At the end,
Yes.
Lil Saint. We
Yeah,
haven't even
Lil
talked about
Saint.
Lil Saint yet.
And I think that we got to focus on some Lil Saint because they gave their they gave their hearts for Lil Saint.
Yes.
The kid from
little
Lost.
random kid who just came out, popped up out of nowhere.
Well, he
midway
just
through the
loved
movie.
their dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
was a
did.
big
He was
fan.
like the white, the little white girl from Remember the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
That was You Got Served's little white girl.
Yeah.
He was more like he was their mascot. He was
Yeah.
their mascot. He was almost like their Rudy. He was
Yeah.
little black Rudy.
Yeah, and J Book. Here's what makes this thing really uncomfortable because given the history of how many people ended up being revealed to molest other people, J Book's relationship with Lil Saint is very creepy, especially with the line that Lil Fez says off camera, by the way, about Lil Saint. He says, "Fuck," it's like, yeah. What's J Book's name? In this?
Rico.
Rico, right? He's like, yeah, Rico be taking good. Yeah, Rico take real good care of you, Dodie. I was like, whoa. I wrote down, whoa.
Well, Chris Stokes wrote it. He's
Yeah.
I said, why everyone acting like Rico fucking Lil Saint?
Well, man, you guys are ruining this film for me. I came here to discuss a classic.
Well, we're gonna discuss the classic scene that
Overlooked
everyone
film.
talks about whenever they think of You Got Served. Here's after Wade's crew has mopped the floor with David and Elgin, which means that these crews really can't think spontaneously. They have to do their choreographed bits.
Well, I mean, choreography is like key to a dance.
Yeah, but
crew.
if you have a crew that's capable of doing back flips and front flips and fucking contortions.
No, well, the thing is that they actually stole all their moves.
I know, it's like
that
Bring
was
It
the
On.
problem.
It's like the street Bring
Yeah.
It On.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I think the lesson we were meant to walk away with was don't put your ego first. You see, Marcus Houston, he was challenged.
Yep.
And instead of taking the moment to be like, no, we need a week because we're a tight-knit crew that works hard together, he was like, nah, I'm not scared of you white kids in my neighborhood. I'll challenge you the way that you've challenged me. And then he went in and they weren't ready.
I feel like the way Langston just broke that down is the way Cordell West would break down this movie, trying to talk about the deeper.
Because I came here to take this seriously. You boys are clowning around. You're here being foolish. It's just silly.
All right,
I'm
let's-
here to talk business.
Let's see how you feel about this scene here. Let's see how you feel.
Don't fight. You don't come up in here with all that. We're going to do this the right way. All right, now, by round of applause.
wait, hold on. Stop. Go back to the beginning of this scene.
Dude.
No. Because Steve Harvey gives a very good speech before they start going, and I think is very important to this movie, to dance battles as a whole,
Nice.
and to just between these two groups right here.
He'll be here.
Yo, they look like they're the happiest because they got the
Mr. Rat.
5Gs.
Say, young blood, how you feeling? It's a beautiful day in Mr. Rad's neighborhood. $5,000, man.
Why does he
Kinda
talk
reminds
like
me of
that?
the good old days. We used to race each other for a quarter. I win that quarter, we all be down at the store licking on the same popsicle.
What? What? Licking on the same popsicle.
What is?
Hold on, no, that's not it.
Got a little friend of mine would like for y'all to meet up.
It's after he introduces the police officer.
Mr. Chuck here is LAPD.
Ooh.
He's off duty. He's just here to make sure that everything goes according. Mr. Chuck, why don't you show everybody what you're working with?
And Mr. Chuck turns around and flashes his ass.
No,
There's a gun on
it
it.
was a gun.
There's a gun on his ass.
You made it seem like he
Flashed his ass.
turned in a thong or something like that.
This whole thing, nice, famous.
Oh, you thick as hell, Mr.
It's
Chuck.
a lot of money we're talking about, but money ain't the most important thing. Friendship is the most important thing. So no matter what happens, we ain't lose or draw. We're gonna be friends after this. There will be no fighting. We understand each other?
Guys, this whole thing, this whole movie is
All right.
about friendship.
Let's do this.
It's about the friendship between Marcus Houston and Omarion. That's what it's all about. And we came full circle here.
Listen to the music they play when Sonny betrays them.
Hey, yo, Sonny, what's up, man? Yo, Elgin, I forgot to tell you, man. We got a surprise guest for you.
Oh, by the way, Kevin Federline's in this movie.
Oh, is he?
He's in the Wade's crew.
Of course he is.
Woo, them boys nice though.
Yo, that
Them
freeway,
boys nice.
Yeah.
that freeway song, man. He should have had more hits. Anyway,
Freeway?
freeway, yeah. Freeway gonna rock.
Nah, he had about the right amount of hits. I'd say. I didn't need more freeway songs.
Why you hate on Freeway, man? Why we just fired off shots in this episode, guys?
I really do want to start a beef with Freeway.
Tell us why.
That's what I really
Go
don't
at
want
him.
that. He'll kill me. He's from Philadelphia.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
All right,
You're right.
So here's the after the battle, and Steve Harvey has another monologue where
Up in here with all that. If we're gonna do this the right way. All right, now by round of applause.
Omarion is upset.
All right, I got it. I said I got it.
Wait, what did he say? They suck, baby.
I'm pretty sure that was an extra that just shout out his neighborhood. I think he said West Side, baby.
Oh, I thought you said they suck, baby.
I think that was just an extra that was just
That was
like,
great. That was
out
the best part of the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah. It fit, though. Someone would do that.
on
Do
this
this
side.
again sometime.
We'd love to take your money.
Again.
Back over there. Get back.
Man, this ain't fair. Y'all cheated. Y'all stole our moves.
You're just mad. Because tonight you suckers got served.
Guys, sir.
So I gotta say a thing, a story about my grandfather. Grandfather never reacts. He's not big on emotion and stuff. One time we were watching Napoleon Dynamite. The uncle throws a steak at Napoleon's face, hits him in the face. My grandfather chuckles. We saw this movie together, and when this white kid said that line, my grandfather had no emotion the whole movie. He's just like, whatever. He looks over at me and makes the biggest side eye. Like, why did you do this to me?
It's a pretty rough moment.
He was like, why this white?
It's not great.
Yeah.
His tips are frosted.
Yep.
He has very thick sideburns, and he said he's saying some very.
He looks like supersonic.
He actually looks like he's
Wow.
about to sell me a Dell computer. He's
Yeah,
"Remember
he
that
does
dude
look
from
like
the Dell guy.
Yeah,
All right,
it's a
so
wild time.
Dells used to be the shit, guys.
now the Steve Harvey monologue is out of control.
Get your head off. You lost the money. It's gone.
No.
You can't lay around in your misery too long. Do not walk
They
out of
literally
this place
lost 3
and start
minutes
to
ago.
second guess your talent. Got your ass whooped tonight. But I done seen y'all whoop a many a ass right in this same place.
A many a
Now
ass.
you lost. Tell you something my father told me. Remember this, is if it don't kill you, it make you stronger.
Pretty sure everyone's father told them that. Pretty sure.
It don't kill you. It make you strong.
So then, because of this, man, we haven't even gotten to this plot is useless.
It's funny watching this movie and realizing how noticeably shorter they are than literally everyone else.
Yeah. It's actually kind of alarming.
Yeah, they're like, they can't be more than like 5'4".
Yeah,
Oh,
which
Omarion?
made it. Yeah,
Yeah,
all of
Omarion
them.
at
And
least.
Marcus
but
Houston.
Marcus Houston can't be like more than 5'6" because everyone's bigger than them.
I mean, when it really comes down to it, it just made it that much easier for Chris Stokes to have his way with
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
I can't help myself, guys. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm a piece of shit. I shouldn't be allowed to talk on this
My
podcast.
God.
I should mute my own mic, but I won't.
And with all that sweat and the oil on the set, it's hard for them to get away.
Why? And you're doing it too.
I got to yes and my boy over here. I can't let him
Christ.
win.
This isn't what I was invited to.
But then again, guys, all that sweat and oil made it easy for them to slide in those fluid motions. It's nice.
See,
I didn't mean slide as a slide in the booty hole. I meant slide in the dance move, guys.
I want to be as clear as I can about this. I did not sign up for this. I don't agree with it. I think that what they're celebrating is wrong. I've been very anti-rape my whole life, and will continue to stand on that platform no matter how much fun these two are having, laughing at boys being molested.
We're not laughing at that. I'm
by
just
a rich man.
Listen, because we got future sponsors coming at us, I want to make sure clear we do not endorse any kind of molestation or rape on this show.
No,
well,
we don't.
actually, that's not true because I sat here earlier and listened to Justin explain very clearly why he celebrated them being molested, and it was a long explanation. It was very detailed.
I saw you try to figure it out.
Yeah,
you just kept digging the hole deeper and deeper.
No, guys. Yep.
It wasn't.
You're like fucking Elgin.
Like it came with a full monologue. It was a Steve Harvey-esque monologue about why rape is important when it happens to.
And after I finished that monologue, I put on a suit with 12 buttons on it. And I went full Steve Harvey.
Speaking of suits, the bad guy in this movie, Emerald, clearly not intimidating at all. He tries to do this creepy voice, but I wouldn't be surprised if the actor's actual voice is like, "Hey everybody, how you doing?"
No, do you know that's the same guy from Life? You gonna eat your cornbread?
Oh
that's
shit,
him.
it is him.
That's a big nigga. He is very intimidating.
Yeah, but just because he's big doesn't mean he can fight. All you gotta do is break his legs.
I'm pretty
Haven't
sure.
you seen Daredevil?
What's that?
Haven't you seen Daredevil when he slides through Michael Clark Duncan and just pops his knees?
Michael Clark Duncan would have killed him. Rest in peace.
But it's
Michael
Daredevil.
Clark Duncan.
Yeah,
he can fight with his senses.
That's true.
This is true. I mean, he is fighting a superhero, but at the same time, Kingpin did kill everybody else.
Well, we also know that Omarion is as close to Daredevil as any performer has ever been.
Exactly.
Actually, he's more of a Spider-Man because he's very tiny and nimble.
And the way he flips, he's just very much. So Elgin and David, they're in debt now. They're screwed. So they start picking it up the pace in regards to the drug running.
Right.
But then David's on a date with Elgin's sister.
Yeah.
Which she's
a secret date.
But he's a terrible friend.
Sexy date.
But he's a terrible friend. They just go to this diner. They're eating fries for 7 hours.
Mm-hmm.
She takes away his phone because he gets getting the phone blown up. So because Elgin has to do this drug run by himself, he gets jumped, loses all the money that Emerald gave him.
It hurts his knee.
Yeah, and fucks up his knee
him up.
because he's in the hospital and he's got a few bruises and his legs in the cast, and they all start swearing at each other. And the nurse is so much so that the nurse is like, "Y'all gonna have to leave." I was like, "Did you probably discharge this man?"
No, they were disrupting all those nice sick patients.
Nice sick patients.
I didn't have the words. I just sort of talked my way through it.
Hey,
can we take a bathroom break?
Yeah.
I got to use it.
No worries, man.
All right. I thought I was going to pee on myself.
Okay, guys.
Keep
bathroom break.
Just keep here, podcast listeners.
Medium popcorn.
Hey, folks. While Langston's getting his pee on, we wanted to share with you some updates. Justin, we got a new Patriot.
Oh, do we?
Yeah. You guys know you can sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com/mediumpopcorn. It's only $2, $5, or $10, depending on how much bonus content you want. So this week, we had Leroy Jenkins sign up.
Leroy Jenkins, you are a patriot. Yeah.
You know people can't see your face that you just made, right?
But that's like Shogun from Barry Gordy's Last Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
See, I mean, it made sense.
Yes.
Leroy Jenkins, yeah. I'm doing the hand motions as well.
Yes.
And my hands are glowing red right now. You can't see it, but it's happening.
So,
you can't
folks,
see it, it's happening.
Again, if you sign up for our Patreon, we actually have a new contest going on, Justin created, where if we get 5 more Patreon subscribers, which will take us to a total of 21, what will happen, Justin?
So for our live show on August 31st,
At the slipper room.
At the slipper room. If we get these 5 Patriots by August 30th, Brandon will do this show wearing a robe, sweat socks, and house shoes with a glass of ruby red cranberry juice. I don't know. Something crazy. We're going to put something crazy in his glass. Basically, I want to make Brandon look like a homeless man. And he'll do this show walking around New York City in the slipper room wearing slippers, sweat socks, and a robe. And from what I understand right now, he's going to be wearing a leopard print robe.
I don't have a robe myself. I have to borrow one of Tatiana's.
Yeah, so he's going to be wearing a woman's robe, sweat socks, and house shoes at the show.
Can I wear a hat?
No hat. No hat.
Can I wear a shirt underneath?
No, Brandon.
Oh, I'm going to be shirtless?
Yeah, you're going to be wearing drawers.
I'm just going to have my belly out?
Yeah, Brandon. Yes.
Talking about juice?
Yeah, and we're going to tape this show. We're going to have to find a way to tape this show because I want to make sure you do it. And I want everybody on Patreon to make sure you do it as well. Actually, guys, if we get this done, and we put Brandon in this terrible, terrible position, I'm going to make sure that we have pictures of it, and we're going to post these pictures, and it's going to be sent to our Patriots as well as everybody else. I'm going to post it somewhere so you can all see Brandon in his glory.
So I guess I'm like a Sophie's Choice right now because I want people to sign up for the Patreon.
But you don't want to walk around New York City looking like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Well, the choice is yours, folks. Back to the show.
Medium popcorn.
So then Emerald starts threatening Elgin's life. He's like, how do I know you didn't set me up? You owe me the money plus interest. And I wrote down, how much money do we think that Elgin lost from Emerald?
It had to be pretty big numbers.
But then when they talk about when Rico brings up the big bounce where the winning team gets 50 G's and Elgin's like, this is enough money for me to pay off Emerald. But I'm like, he knows he has to split it with his crew, right?
Well, yeah, I don't know, but I know that they were moving duffel bags worth of money and drugs, which means that 50 G's sounds about right. And if you steal from your crew, you can pay back your boss.
Indeed.
So you got to worry about 15 pairs of legs versus one pair of legs kicking you.
I mean, but at the same time, I think like Steve Harvey said, this whole story is about friendship.
Right.
So they pulled together to help their friend not get his legs broken.
Oh, yeah, because he does threaten his legs. He's like, you'll never walk, let alone dance again.
Yeah, and he grabs him by the knee, which is kind of sexual. I don't know how I felt about that.
My God, this young man.
I can't help it, guys. It's there. It's there.
But then,
low-hanging fruit.
What happened when you were a young man? What did literally a girl leave you because you didn't have braids or something? What really went down for you?
Guys, I realized at some point I was way too tall to be in B2K. My skin wasn't smooth enough and flawless.
Yeah,
and
true.
jealousy, that green-eyed monster just came over me.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I was
man.
jealous for a little bit, except for everyone in this group except for Lil Fizz. I was like, I can rap better than him.
Yeah.
No, you can't, Brandon. No, you can't. Let's stop that right now, okay?
I've never heard you rap. I don't presume you can, but I think, if you believe in yourself, sure.
I believe in a lot of things, man. I could do this. I'm working on an album right now.
What's it called?
It's Untitled right now, but it's going to be released on our Patreon page.
Okay, nice.
Well,
so
now that you just put it out here, Brandon, you're going to have to put out a fucking rap album. You realize you fucked yourself.
Only 20 people can listen to it if it's terrible, so it's all right.
Okay. I want to see it by the end of the year.
So then David and Elgin, they have this big beef because Elgin's like, yo, you laid me up. Not only were you getting with my sister, but I got fucked up, and now I'm in debt to Emerald. I'm all fucked up. Yo,
all valid points.
You ruined my life. And then David's like, I didn't play him, man. And then like one of the Spanish dude that I don't even know his name, he's like, man, you play all of us for girls. Shonda, Letitia, the two twins, Veronica and Monica. And I was like, what is this? Who is he?
For some reason. See, again, you fellas aren't paying attention. This is them establishing the individuality of all of the characters. We're getting backstory here.
Yeah.
We're getting a rich history of Omarion's character.
This is the first time.
It's not his first time. It's not his first rodeo. This guy loves women.
He has a track record.
He has a track record, and he's hurt them before. He's burned this bridge before, but now he's gone too damn far because he hurt Marcus's Houston dancing leg.
That's right.
And he's going after his sister. Let me tell you one thing.
Yeah.
If one of my friends went after was going out trying to date my little sister, there was fighting words. We can't be friends anymore.
Well,
I understand Marcus Houston right now.
It didn't seem like Marcus Houston was too bothered by it until his knees got involved.
That's true. Well, actually, I think he was kind of in the dark about it.
Sure.
Or maybe he was just like, I'm just going to turn the blind eye.
There's some
to this.
flirting, but they're not pursuing.
But then when
each
he
other.
sees his sister and David at the diner, and he's like, "What you doing here? Why you acting like a hoe?" And Omarion punches him.
Yeah.
And he stumbled to the
because
crutches.
he grabbed his sister by the hair. Get your ass out
Marcus
of here.
Houston, like I said,
domestic abuse
there's
issue.
montages of Marcus Houston slowly going crazy, being locked up in his house because he can't go nowhere, and he got no job.
He's sitting there lifting weights.
But remember, before that, he was like always at that couch, just like thinking deeply. Remember, he kept watching that VHS of Wade. I'm like, why is he watching this like he's watching a team?
Again, you're not focused on the storytelling. This is them giving us backstory about Marcus Houston.
Being obsessed.
He's the studier. He's the one that sort of brings the intelligence into the group.
This is true because his
It's
crew
why
ends up
he's the
winning.
leader.
His crew does end up winning when the big bounce against
Right.
Wade. Yeah. Because they split up into different groups. David's crew is whack. Even Little Saint's like, man, you got some busted ass dudes.
Yeah.
And then they go, and then Rico goes to Elgin's group. He's like, all right, you got a cool crew, man. But it seems like Elgin has most of the old crew on his team.
Well, because I think a lot of them realized that Omarion's character was kind of fucked up for what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, he was in the wrong.
And all this
1,000%.
time, Mr. Rad going around, what's up with these fools? They need to get back together.
These boys need to get this all together. I don't know why my voice is cracking right now, but
and then
It seemed like it was going to be a good Steve Harvey impression.
it was. Yeah. I was feeling it, and then voice.
Prepubescent Steve Harvey was pretty good. It was nice.
And then all of a sudden, like for no reason, at the big bounce, Steve Harvey's character's like, "Oh yeah, Emerald. Elgin don't have to worry about that no more. Let's just say he had a change of heart." I'm like, Mr. Rad killed Emerald.
Mr. Chuck killed Emerald.
I'm like,
Yeah.
so, I'm
That's
like,
why he showed his
well,
butt.
Mr. Chuck's at LAPD.
Yeah, he was,
was
off,
like,
but he
is
was
this-
off duty.
Is this movie technically connected to all the shady shit that happened with the Tupac Death Row stuff?
That's
Because we could get a whole shared universe of this motherfucker.
I don't know. I think by that suggesting Mr. Chuck killed Tupac. Is that what you're?
No, I'm just saying. Because remember, Death Row had a lot of off-duty LAPD cops.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying maybe, Mr. Rad was passing out some money to Suge and them.
Thus killing Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mr. Chuck killed Tupac. Just say it, Brandon.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and share your theory.
You're a conspiracy theorist.
I know who Mr. Chuck is. I ain't trying to have my name out on these streets.
Mr. Chuck might be the one, and you're afraid to say it. And this whole issue could be resolved. We could finally know who killed him if you would just say Mr. Chuck killed Tupac.
Well, what if Mr. Chuck killed Lil Saint? Because somebody killed Lil Saint.
Somebody did kill Lil Saint.
That's
Now,
a sad scene. Now, and I wrote down, why is J Bug the only good actor? And his
He
name
was
was J Bug.
He actually was the best of the
yeah,
four.
he was.
Yeah.
He
sort
was.
of like
He's
the
kind of
five
the
them.
glue. He was
Yeah.
the glue.
Because Lil Fizz had that one scene where I was like, like people in the movie theater laughed at Lil Fizz when Rick was like, Lil Saint's gonna be around me a lot more because the kids that he's hanging around aren't cool. And Lil Fizz is like, yeah, little man, those kids you're hanging with ain't safe. I was like, oh boy. I was like, Lil Fizz, just keep to rapping,
Now,
but don't even do that if you can.
my question. So obviously, Little Saint, he gets shot up. He gets shot in the
he's
drive-by.
yeah, he's in a car with a bunch of kids or something.
and the car gets shot up and he dies. They go to the hospital with Mr. Oakley from.
Professor Oakley.
You're right, professor.
He
He's
did
a
not
professor
study for all those years to be reduced
to Mister.
to Mr.
You know what? Respect that man. I put some respect on his name.
That's all
How
I
dare
ask.
So he tells him that he actually passed away due to his injuries and things like that. And it's a very sad scene where Rico kind of breaks down. He punches a wall, and they all have to kind of restrain him and things like that. But then after this scene, I sat and I said to myself, how old was that little fucking kid? And how old were the little kids that he was riding with? Because they were in a car. None of them are old enough to drive.
Yeah.
That kid had to be no more than about 9 years old.
It would have been better if they just said that, his family was separated, his dad took him on a flight, and then we never saw him again because he was the kid in Lost. And you tie everything in there. Just your eye just twitched. Like you just like
I just want to hit you so hard right now, Brandon.
Twitched like I broke your brain.
I also want to say that I don't endorse any of these fan theories that Brandon keeps creating. Not a fan of the sex. I'm not a fan of the fan theories. Hate both of them equally.
I did have one more theory though about Little Saint. I said, wouldn't it be crazy if the same dudes that jumped Marcus Houston also killed Little Saint? Like there's behind the scenes, there's like this crew that's secretly trying to destroy David Elgin. Or like Wade hired them.
Little did they know that they brought them all together. It's friendship, guys. It's friendship. That's love. Somebody's getting served.
This show's off the rails. This is going off the rails. All right. So Little Saint's death causes Marcus Houston's character to name his team the Little Saints.
Yeah.
Did you guys peep the other crew names at the Big Bounce?
I didn't track them.
There's such crews as Wade's Crew,
Nice.
Bucket is Boys,
Okay.
and Curious Females.
Okay. All right, curious.
I like curious females. If you're a female out there
And,
and you're curious,
And the Big Bounce is
No,
hosted by
Manama.
Wade Robson, who used to choreograph for NSYNC. He fought Britney Spears after he choreographed for her as well.
Yeah.
Used to dance with Michael Jackson, who he said also might have done some things.
And he was
Poked him in the
on
booty.
Wildin' Out.
Yep, and wait, we're talking about the white guy from Wade's Crew.
Yeah.
Wade Robson is the guy who was hosting the show.
yeah,
He had his
right,
own
yeah.
show on MTV called
I remember.
Wade's like Party House or something. Because I did a
Yeah,
comedy
it's like-
sketch.
I don't remember that.
I did a sketch parody of it. It was fucking ridiculous. And then Lil Kim's judging, obviously. So all these crews, they all break.
Lil Kim is just commenting on shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was hot.
Lala's hosting this thing, talking to a camera that no one talks about who she's talking to. There's no camera crew. It just looks like she's talking to people.
At the time, Lala was a big name for MTV. I assumed it was MTV.
Maybe. I mean, it honestly looks like Lala could just be a crazy woman with a microphone walking around the concert just talking.
Standing around with a bunch of kids. Hey guys.
This movie is so weird. But Lala looks great now. I have to say that.
Yeah, she's looking
young
good.
Lala's cute, but like Lala now, post like Carmelo.
Yeah.
Looks
Let me
amazing.
tell you, Carmelo, Lala, if you're listening.
Carmelo, if you're listening, Justin really thinks Lala messed up, and he's ready. He's ready to be your number one.
All right.
He don't even care if you cheat on him. You could do your thing, Carmelo.
Justin, we're
Hey guys, there it is. He said it. Gave for pay, baby. I'll do anything.
all right. So then the crews break down. They dance and stuff. Wade's crew and Elgin's crew are the top ones, and there's a tie. And that's when Mr. Rag comes on the floor like, you can't do this to these boys.
Yeah, you can't do this to these boys.
And then
They
that's
work
when-
so hard. This means more to them than just a dance-off. This
right.
is life. This is streets.
And he said,
We got to take it to the streets.
and then that's when Lil Kim says, she looks at him and says, the streets?
Yeah,
I like that.
because now he's speaking her
Yeah.
language.
Then she
Dirty.
walks to the center stage, takes a microphone, and says, listen up, everybody. We're taking it to the streets.
Nice.
And everyone cheers. Like they know
Everyone
what that
cheers,
means.
but
Because we all know what that means.
What does that mean, Langston?
We all know. I don't have to say it. I'm not going to sit here and condescend to your listeners. They know. You take it to the streets.
which is funny because actually, when I first saw this movie, they were like, "You're gonna take it to the streets." It's like, okay, so just gonna go and dance outside. I took it so literally.
That's
guys.
what Step Up
I
2
took it so
literally does.
literally.
They go from inside the studio where they had the dancing competition, and they go outside into the rainy streets, and then they break down dancing.
I'm starting to think y'all don't know what take it to the streets means, and that blows my mind.
Gotta get it dirty.
Oh, also
No rules. No rules.
straight
rules.
hood. She says straight hood.
Just how I like it.
And I said, why does Wade look 47 in the face? Like they had some unflattering face.
Yeah,
close
no,
up to
he was an older gentleman.
And because she says no rules, that's when Wade starts adding people, and then that's when David, Rico, everyone's like, "Hey, we got the whole community. We all can dance."
Right.
And then the biggest dance-off happens. Which is this a controversial thing for me to say?
Uh-oh.
I think Wade's crew kind of won.
No, they didn't.
Because if you think about like the crew as a whole, like there's no way Elgin's crew, like when they have the guy who's doing he's on his head and he's spinning around and they do like the Matrix pause, there's no way they all would have been able to do that because that's people from multiple different crews in one. There's no way they could have planned that.
Well, no, they took it to the streets.
Yeah, man.
I hate you so much.
See, because you know what?
Like,
earlier,
no, this makes perfect sense.
no, earlier,
They took it to the
no, earlier you said that they were not able to improvise, but because after Marcus Houston's moments of reflection,
Here we go.
he sat in that room all alone for 3
He studied
days
that
in the
tape.
dark, and
he was in the dark too.
and he was just like, improvisation is the key to success.
Well, that's what he figured out. He learned. He grew as a leader, and then brought that back to his crew, and then brought that to other crews.
And he's like, if they play Joe Budden, pump it up.
Come on,
pump it up.
We're gonna be able to make this happen.
Yep.
you got to improvise.
All right.
Everybody's just wearing sweatpants.
By the way, we never talked about Raz B becoming that crazy new boyfriend for Marcus Houston. When Omarion and him are beefing, and he's like, he's my man now. Like, he literally says that in a line. I was like, whoa, what's going on?
He's very gung ho. So you go hard for his nigga. That's what it's like. That's what it's like, man.
That's what it's like.
That's what it's like.
That's what you and Carmelo are gonna have.
Yep.
You're gonna go hard for him. I get it.
Yeah, go hard for him.
So then,
Because I'm the top.
they had this dance battle, which actually is probably the best part of the movie. Probably the best part of the movie.
Well, I mean,
dance
the whole last scene is actually 20 minutes of
Yeah.
just dancing.
just dancing.
It's great.
Right.
Yeah,
Just phenomenal dance.
It's rough. The editing is a bit rough because it's hard to have continuity in shots with dancing like this. So there's some glaring like differences in different scenes and stuff. But like the main thing I just had a problem with, I was like, the same way in She's All That when they're all dancing, the same choreographed dance. I'm like, how would any team know to do the shit that they're doing right now? Because they had so many group things. It wasn't like an individual, like the dude that they were trying to get the whole movie. Like, oh, it's your boy Johnny. Does he dance anymore?
Oscar or something like
Oscar,
that.
yeah, he only dances for the art. It's like, all right, well, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just ranting.
The art of spinning around on his head and doing handstands.
God, I can't emphasize this enough. They took it to the streets. That's how they knew this other. So those were illegal moves.
They got
Those
straight
weren't,
hood.
Those weren't regulation moves. Those weren't things that you could pick up in your traditional classes. These were street ready moves. It was like they had hit the NOS button. What's that called? The nitrogen.
yeah.
And now they're in the streets. They're racing. I don't want to keep
They
explaining
speeding.
this to y'all.
They speeding. You know, I think Langston's on to something.
I think so too. I think I've really hit a nail into the coffin, and we're done asking why these kids know how to do this dance. I won't do it anymore.
It's done.
Well, did either of you guys see? So Elgin's crew, they all went and stuff, and then they played some BTK music, and that's how we fade out. Did you guys see the sequel? You Got Served Beat the World?
Oh
No.
Were the same gentlemen in it?
None of the original crew came. Yeah, it's all these different people.
Now, I wanted to see that Little Kim video. I really wanted to see
that
the
they went to get a dance.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
Yeah.
that was part of the prize.
Yeah,
Too
so
bad the
like-
dance crew's 30 people.
Yeah, so I really, well, I mean, they were going to take both teams, so it was going to be about 30 people anyways.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to see that Little Kim video. They should have had the Little Kim video, during the credits. That's how I would have ended this movie.
Now, see, that's a solid critique of this film.
Yeah.
They didn't do enough more dancing.
I mean, because we have Lil' Kim here, I want to pay it off. I want to see Lil' Kim performing. And I want to see Marcus Houston and Omarion out there popping and locking behind her. That's what I felt.
I haven't agreed with most of what you guys have said. That I'm here for.
Justin, break down our rating system so we can rate this thing.
All right. So
Because we just, I feel like listeners are like, man, they went dark when you got served. I thought this was going to be fun. This is disturbing.
and dark so quick when I started celebrating.
I was
the
literally,
station.
I think, the first 2 minutes of the podcast.
Possibly so. Possibly so. Either way. So, our rating system for the movies, we got small, medium, large, and XL. Obviously, XL is the best. Small, not so good. But then, if you feel that this movie isn't even worth a bag of popcorn, you can actually throw it into the dog shit pile.
No shit.
And drop piles of dog shit on top of it to show how terrible that it is.
Wow. I have a question. Why is there dog shit in this movie theater? And what kind of facility are y'all running?
Listen,
that they're throwing more dog shit on top of popcorn.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. The dog shit's not on top of the popcorn.
Okay.
Because it doesn't deserve the popcorn.
Sure.
It's just dog shit. But this is like you're in the movie theater in the Bronx, right? And people up there, and they just let the pit bulls go and just shit on the sidewalk. And then the dogs just walking, and they're shitting on top of shit.
Everybody knows bring your pit bull to movie day in the Bronx. Cool.
Fair enough.
Good.
Makes total sense now?
Yep. I'm,
All right.
I'm here for it.
So,
Fair enough.
what would you rate this movie, Langston?
You know what? I think that we've got a classic on our hands, fellas. I think we got a real juicy classic. Go ahead and give me a large with extra butter, baby.
How dare you?
Because I've seen this movie about 8 times. I've always enjoyed it, and I've always learned a little something.
You know, it's funny. Marcus Houston said the exact same thing in an interview recently.
Did he?
Yeah, he was like, I watch it all the time. It was on TV. It's like I was never in it. I was like, whoa. All right, Justin, what about you?
Yeah, this is going to get a nice pile of dog shit for me. It's going to be nice and it's going to be a pile of dog shit that's going to be formed into the form of Christopher Stokes.
He said Chris Stokes.
Chris Stokes. All right, I'm giving this a small. I'm giving this a small. Because the dancing is good.
It's great.
The dancing is good. But just Omarion and Marcus Houston trying to act. And that I have so many questions just alone about the rain dance montage. Because, again, why were they boxing?
They were training.
What do you train your fist?
It's the best kind of conditioning, Brandon. It's the best kind of conditioning you could do. It's boxing.
Yeah.
It's a really good conditioning.
It is actually really good conditioning.
So we've talked a little bit about Chris Stokes' controversy. But after this movie was made, Shane Sparks, who's the choreographer of this movie, also had some issues where he was arrested on felony charges of child molestation. Jesus. Later in 2011, he pleaded no contest to a single felony count of having unlawful sex with a minor under 16.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
He was sentenced to 270 days in the county jail and 5 years of probation.
Ooh.
Wait, he only did 270 days?
Because he only ended up pleading no contest to one charge. All the other charges were dropped.
You know what, guys? On a serious note.
Uh-oh.
On a serious note.
Yeah.
About this whole child molestation thing.
I'm excited.
It's not it's not funny. And I didn't know something. I learned something the other day that, like, if let's say somebody molested somebody, that there's a statute of limitation.
Yes.
That they could say something, and after a while it's just like, nah, you're good. And then, like, the dude's gotten away with it.
Yeah,
man. That's really fucked up.
Yeah,
that's why you have laws.
That's why you have Raz B over here clearly going through. I'm just gonna play a quick clip from World Star Hip Hop.
Sure.
Just letting us.
All right, check this out. It's about 2:57 in the morning.
Nice. He can't sleep.
It's sad that I'm over in China. Damn near lost my life. And you motherfuckers have the audacity to still make up lies. Make up lies about me being in China. Are you really that mad that I'm successful? Are you really mad that I really serve Christ, despite my stumbles where I may fall? You guys use the word crazy to identify someone, to label someone, to discredit someone. So I'm going to ask you this question. For all you people out there that know the truth, for the people in my past camp that know the truth, how does it feel to know that you denied Christ? How does it feel when you know when you die, you got to go face judgment, and you got to say, you know what? I lied on your prophet.
I bet that don't feel good.
Did y'all forget that we're in a world, that we're in a universe? Hello? We're on an earth, little people. And y'all want to sit up here and tear people down. We supposed to love one another and care for one another. The only nigga that hit me up out my group was, what, J Bug? Because he a real nigga. Real recognized real. I respect you, Bug. You already know what it is. For all these years, my nigga, I've tried to protect everybody. Protect the information. Protect everything. And guess what people do? They keep pushing me. They keep forcing me. Marcus Houston, you're a bitch, my nigga. That's why you and Chris's movie flop. Y'all gonna come out, y'all gonna try to discredit me and say I look like Eddie Kane? Y'all niggas is crazy. Oh, next thing, who you gonna say? God did something to you? Now you're making a mockery of God? Come on, bro.
So Raz B is clearly going through a tough time, but we're gonna pray for him.
I don't think he needs our prayers. He's very in touch with God.
Yeah, he's very close to God. Very close to God. Why are you looking at me like I'm about to say some fucked up shit, Brandon?
Oh, you literally said some fucked up shit at the start of the video.
Yes.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Touche, sir. Touche.
That's just you guys served. Just had a whole bunch of breadcrumbs that are left behind that are just full of disturbing.
I genuinely believe not Marcus Houston, Raz B.
No, so do I.
Well, you know, he also said that Marcus Houston raped him too, right?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, he did. He said that Marcus Houston was actually a part of it.
I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh my God, no, just because he said that. I think listen,
you think
I
of the
think
guy
that they're
from Sister
so
Sister?
Chris Stokes was a dude who was in charge of them since they were little boys.
Yeah.
And I think that he probably, there's research and shit, but there's history of people being hurt and then hurting other people.
Yeah,
in that
Lil
way.
Pearlman.
Exactly.
He conditioned them, and then they become abusers.
I
as
don't
well.
necessarily know that Marcus Houston was throwing him in a room and assaulting him every week, but I imagine that there were probably times where things went went in the wrong direction with all of them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just happy.
horrifying.
I'm just happy some of these guys are leading okay lives, like Lil Fizz is on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, you don't seem too happy, but yeah, he's okay.
It's a.
I want to know what Raz B is doing in China. Because he was like, I nearly lost my life in China. And y'all make him was like, but I'm in China doing good things. But it's like, wait a second.
Yeah,
but you
one
said you
is
almost
it?
lost your life in China. It's just like, which one is it?
He messed up with Tuzaku or.
Nope, that's Japan. That's Japan. You're thinking of Japan, Brandon.
Langston, how can people follow you? Find out what you're doing.
You can follow me at notaffiliatedwithrape.com. No, it's at Langston Kerman, LANGSTONKERMAN on Instagram and Twitter.
Justin?
Guys, I'm sorry for this episode, but you can find me at J Brown Did It on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to send me some hate mail or something.
He did do it, as the title suggests.
You really did open the first 5 minutes.
Yep. I came in hot, guys.
You 100% did it.
Mm-hmm. Brandon?
Guys, you can follow me at American Collins, AmericanCollins.com. Check us out at Medium P Podcast, # Medium Popcorn. You can email us your thoughts or prayers for Justin at mediumpod@gmail.com. Or you can leave a voicemail at 347-508-0978. Once again, that's 347-508-0978.
Yes, guys, give us a call. Voice your distaste.
Please call and complain.
And then get tickets for our live show on Thursday, August 31st. We're going to be talking about Juice at the Slipper Room in Manhattan. So slipperroom.com, or check out our social media pages with the links for the tickets there. We love you. We hold you. We kiss you tightly.
Okay, Brandon, we can't be holding and kissing people tightly after we just talked about this movie and the things that go. Come on, stop it, Brandon.
Langston, thank you so much for coming through, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Peace.
Medium popcorn. We are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me. And Justin Brown for your movie needs. Medium popcorn. Woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault.